So here we go again. Deja vu. Remember back in 2.5 where people were chanting the usual hymn, mid-patch, mid-story, filler arc, 2.6 gonna cook way harder. Yeah, fast forward, that so-called filler became one of the most memorable patches in Wuthering Waves history. Instead of filler patch, it turned into a feeler patch, you know? It even managed to pull player to invest more to the lore web. And now 2.6 drop. People will be happy, right? No! Instead, we're getting the same recycle takes. This patch just an optimization patch, mid-story, mid-character, flop banner, EOS soon for the 69th time of this year. Like bro, at this point I swear some player have a speedrun timer for how fast can I declare the game dead. Now, don't get me wrong, disliking a patch is valid. Maybe you felt the pacing was janky, maybe you were not so happy that Lupa did not show up when the army marched into the Dark Tides. Fine, fair critique, but dislike is different than hate. Because I saw one comment that I don't even know where this person got the idea from. Hot take. The story is mid at best. They rush a lot of things unlike 2.5. The rover glazing is over the roof. The story is just basically another rover harem moment without any lore building in it. Lol, 7 out of 10. Nah, 3 out of 10. Yeah, at this point, you either did not play the patch, you watch a 30-second TikTok recap, or you're a proud main story quest skipper. Because most people will argue that 2.6 is good on its way. Kuro serves us a full course meal, like in this picture. Story-wise, it explains how the main story quest goes. It's good at the beginning, and a little bit slower in the middle part, and peak at the end with all the twists and stuff. You know the story is good when it turned the community into a lore theorist out of nowhere because of all the crumbs that connects to one another. So what exactly people complaining about this time then? Well, some of them are this. Yeah. Some player thinks Kuro is going backwards with the NPC's model for not being fully textured. Like, we had Changli's child model before and it looked like a mini version of her. Why not do it again? Well, true, but is it a downgrade? No, it's a design choice that tied to the plot. At the beginning, we don't even know who this faint silhouette other than familiar sounding girl. But later on, we learned that this is actually Augusta. Changli's mini version was fully shown on lore side as part of a complete sonoro, a stable and polished memory echo. While Augusta's was the opposite. It's a lingering frequencies that projected through the Dark Tides, incomplete sonoro, which arguably designed to picture a faint scene of what happened back then. But after that, we already learned about her, why not make it fully textured? Well, I'll admit, at first I was asking the same question. But the more you play, the more you realize it's not about what we're seeing, it's about what we're not seeing yet. The hazy model scene might be designed as a bridge, connecting the story we just played to the lore that has not been revealed yet. It's not closure, it's foreshadowing. Because instead of spoon-feeding the answer, Kuro leaves the breadcrumb, and we, the players, do the rest. And it is indeed a success. We make the noise and turn into theorists overnight. And arguably, this design of choice isn't all about Augusta. It's more about her friend, Angel. By now, I'm guessing most of you already heard the theory, but for context, that faint texture figure has sparked speculation that Angel isn't just a random name drop to support Augusta's backlore, but Angel is actually Galbrena, a character lined up for the future story. So yeah, technically this is still a speculation, but let's be real, the crumbs are way too on the nose just to ignore. But before we talk more about this, if you made it this far and you've been enjoying my content lately, or you just stumbled across this one, please consider subscribing because why not? It really helps and motivates me to make more content like this, and smash that like button if you were vibing with it. And now, I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. If you remember that scene where Angel shows up after getting yoinked by the Dark Tides, even with just a glimpse, you can clock the signs. The hair design, the glowing eyes, and the shadow profile, it's subtle, but it's there. Now, people will say, but Galbrena doesn't look that way though. Sure, on the surface, but Augusta herself really said she turned into something that is not human anymore. Boom. That line flips everything. What we saw was not Galbrena's final look. It was the start of her descent from Angel to Galbrena. Then after that, the lore crumbs piled on. In the story quest, it said that Angel got this resonance so cracked that even the Dark Tides couldn't even tank it. The problem was, she could not control it, so she get corrupted instead. But we know she is stronger than Augusta, which opened up another possibility that at some point she will manage to take control over the Dark Tides that ate her. While it sounds plausible, we basically have Prolova, a half human, half Discord character. So yeah, I don't think it's a downgrade though. I think it's just foreshadowing the next event that about to come, and the way how Kuro make us invested in the lore by using the question why. And another thing that caught my eye is how people said Augusta is just another character that fell in love with Rover. Yeah, the sudden change in her demeanor towards Rover is being read as another harem moment. But I think this is again more of a lore design, because Augusta's fate was changed by Yuno. From the earlier Septimon patch, we know Yuno was Augusta's closest person, but after she sacrificed her existence to save Augusta, everything changed. Rover ended up replacing that place in Augusta's mind, since all the credit now goes to us. I've seen people argue, there's no way Augusta just forgot about Yuno, this is just glazing Rover. But no, she really does forgot about her. Starting from Yuno's arrow scene, we didn't hear anything about her anymore. In the moment when Augusta recalls everyone she stood by, Yuno isn't shown at all. And if you check Augusta's voice line, Yuno is not on the list of people she talks about. Even NPCs in Septimon didn't know who Yuno is. Yuno's sacrifice erased her presence, and that's why Augusta's change feels so sudden, especially towards Rover. It's not a romance bait, it's the cause of fate being rewritten. And is that all that makes 2.6 good? I don't think so. We're just scratching the surface. I mean, we got more insight into Cristoforo. Like, this dude can casually pulls out a persona that can transform into this paper crane. Like, hello? Man's turning a whole side business in origami espionage. And there's also this Avidius. Like, we don't even fully know who this guy really is yet, but some people speculated that this person is also Cristoforo's persona. Every line feels like a setup for something bigger, and the story quest itself packed with small details that imply way more than what's on the surface. And I think the reason why this patch feels bad for some people is because some of them are too attached to the idea that every main story quest has to wrap up neatly in one go. But Wuthering Waves changed that formula. The final act isn't here yet. It's being saved for the second phase in Yuno's story. So calling this version as 3 out of 10 mid flop patch, yeah, that's not just unfair, it's not smart either. Like, you're really grading the meal before the dessert show up. But that's just for me at least. What do you think? Let us know in the comment section. So that's all for today. Thanks for watching.